Hello there, you're now with me, Handy Gui, and welcome to your 5 p.m. English news on TVS. Now let's dive into the topics for today. A journalist investigates, collects, and presents credible information, often putting himself or herself at the front line of any current affairs to provide reliable and accurate information to the public. As citizens are exposed to an increasing amount of data, they have a larger need of supplier of information. They are devoted to finding, verifying, and clarifying news. Thus, journalists deserve proper recognition and appreciation for their dedicated service, especially in conveying credible information to the public.
According to Transport Minister Dato Sri Lee Kim Shin, media practitioners played a crucial role during the pandemic, as the public relied on them to get updates on current affairs.
Mereka tetap utuh tanpa mengira masa setia terhadap profesi supaya masyarakat menikmati maklumat tepat berbagai topik liputan dan membuktikan keprihatinan media terhadap kehendak dan tuntutan minat rakyat.
Lee added that the community can always expect to get the latest updates on current affairs from the print media sources or even electronic media sources, all thanks to devoted journalists.
In the digital era, the way information is produced and received has changed, but the professionalism and credibility of journalists remain indispensable till this day. People nowadays want to get frontline information, and social media provide this platform that creates many journalists everywhere posting anything every minute. However, lamented that not only a handful of these so-called journalists do not check for authenticity of the information they receive, and thus generated a lot of fake news.
Lee said this at the National Journalist Day Appreciation Dinner 2022, or Hawana 2022, in Miri.
Now, the government of Sarawak has approved the road upgrading project of an 8.2-kilometer road which will connect residents along the Tanjung Manis and Sibu Main Road. Roads are important to provide connectivity between the urban and rural communities, which will further propel the development agenda to benefit both the state and the surrounding community.
DARO Assemblyman Safi Ahmad said the implementation of the road upgrading project will involve residents from 2 villages and 5 longhouses.
Pelaksanaan sebenarnya telah bermula pada awal tahun 2020, tapi sebabkan pada tahun 2021 negara kita secara keseluruhannya termasuk di Sarawak, kita masih lagi berdepan dengan wabak COVID-19 dan pelaksanaan PKP sepanjang tahun termasuk di awal tahun 2021 telah menyebabkan pelaksanaan projek ini agak tergendala sedikit, dan saya merasa gembira sebab semalam dalam ucapan pengulungan Yang Berhormat Menteri Pembangunan Infrastruktur dan juga Pembangunan Pelabuhan Sarawak telah menjelaskan bahawa pelaksanaan projek ini telah pun bermula semula selepas ianya tertangguh disebabkan pelaksanaan PKP sebelum ini.
Safi said this when representing Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan at the land compensation check presentation ceremony for the road upgrading project along Bawang Asan, Tanjung Manis, Sungai Ilas, and Kampung Sebenar Phase 2 in Meradong, Serike. The compensation was given to 49 recipients, involving an amount worth RM330,873.30.
Dengan adanya majlis yang kita ada pada hari ini, insyaAllah kita dapat menyelesaikan isu-isu di lapangan, kerana sebelum ini mungkin ada di kalangan mereka merasakan bahawa mereka tidak menerima pempasan. Sebenarnya semua yang layak, kerajaan akan bayar mereka pempasan yang sewajarnya.
He added that the new roads will definitely drive development in the surrounding areas. With the addition of these facilities, the village areas and nearby longhouses will experience better connectivity, in addition to easing the government's effort in distributing the necessary development.
Websites and digital services under the Sarawak government, including the SPay application, were interrupted following a fire at the Wisma Bapa Malaysia server room on Thursday evening, May 26, thanks to a team from Sarawak Information Systems Sdn Berhad or SINS, who worked all night to restore the system. It is now back online. The Fire and Rescue Department said in a statement on the night of the incident that a switch box in the Wisma Bapa Malaysia server room, which is on the third floor of the building, caught fire at about 7 p.m. For records, the Economic Planning Unit EPU Sarawak is responsible for the budget, policies and business model, while Seconet Sdn Berhad, which is a 100% subsidiary company of SINS, conducts the day-to-day operations of SPay. Meanwhile, the management had expressed their deepest appreciation for the patience and support of SPay users. For further assistance, the public may contact their customer service or send them an email. Welcome back. Now, former United States Assistant Attorney General once said, "Family is the building block for whatever solidarity there is in society. Therefore, it is important for a family to unite together despite their differences, as they are considered as one of the most important units of society."
Many times, children will mirror the actions of their parents. One way or another, a family impacts a child's life. Therefore, as social media is booming and acting as parents to many children, it is important for a family to educate them on what to take precaution of, especially drugs.
An anti-drug hero educational and game program is happening at the exhibition hall in La Promenade Mall from May 27 Friday until May 29 Sunday, aiming to advocate to the public on drug awareness. Kuching MP Dr. Kelvin Yee, who launched the event, said that the core factor to such high cases of drug abuse in Sarawak is due to the lack of strength in the family unit.
Is addressing the core issue, which is empowering every individual itself, and this is something very close to us, strengthening the family unit. Because families are the foundation of every country.
Yee mentioned that according to statistics in Iceland, the number of 15 and 16 years old who took drugs was 42% in 1998. However, that dropped to only 5% in 2016, making Iceland topping the European table for the cleanest living teens.
Today, Iceland tops European table for the cleanest living kids, young people. The percentage of 15 and 16-year-olds who have been drunk in previous months and all plummeted from at one time 42% in 1998 to only 5% in 2000. So what did they do? They changed laws. What laws did they change? It became illegal to buy tobacco under the age of 18 and alcohol under the age of 20. Tobacco and alcohol advertising was banned. And this is very important. Links between parents and schools were strengthened.
Adding to that, families need to establish a holistically safe environment for their children, allowing them to enhance their decision-making ability while providing active social support.
We need to create circumstances in which kids can live a healthy life and they do not need to use substance because life is fun and they have other plenty things to do. And they are supported by their parents who is willing to spend time with them. That for me is the most important. That for me, as simple as it sounds, may be the hardest to do for a better future. And if one family can make a difference, imagine 2, 3, 4, 5 families. As I said, we need to provide an alternative to.
Meanwhile, this event is organized by the Kuching Body Counseling Center in collaboration with Learning Hub Hope Place.
With that said, the public is truly encouraged to come together as a family to the anti-drugs educational program to not only learn the importance and awareness of drugs, but to spend quality family time as well. My name is Moika Shimizu for TVS.
Japanese businessmen and investors are still confident in Malaysia as an investment hub and destination. Prime Minister Dato Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said during his official working visit, he had held an engagement and friendly session with almost 30 leading Japanese companies where they expressed their desire to explore trade opportunities and increase investment in Malaysia. According to him, there is a Japanese company that is interested and has identified a location to start operations in Malaysia to produce contact lenses for the regional market, and another company which is interested in producing batteries for electric cars. The Prime Minister added that this is a great potential to create employment opportunities for Keluarga Malaysia. He said that based on his interactions with Japanese investors, as well as investors met on his previous visits to Qatar and the United States, they had responded that Malaysia was still a preferred investment destination due to political stability. Now wrapping up the 5 p.m. news, a World Health Organization senior official said on Friday, May 27th, that priority must be given to containing monkeypox in non-endemic countries, saying that these can be achieved through quick action.
We are afraid that there will be a spread in community, but currently it's very hard to assess this risk. We think that if we put in place the right measure now, we probably can contain this easily. So that's why we are making this briefing today, and we are trying to raise the awareness because we are at the very, very beginning, and we have a good window of opportunity to stop the transmission now.
Monkeypox, typically a mild viral infection, is endemic in the African countries, but its spread to non-endemic countries such as in Europe and in the United States has raised concerns. So far, there are more than 200 confirmed or suspected countries in around 20 cases where the virus was not previously circulating.
I think this is not a disease the general public should be worried of. It's not like COVID or other diseases that spread fast. So all those recommendations are not to create anxiety in the general public, but it's more to raise the alert and make sure that we all know what is the risk we have in front of us and we can take the adequate measure in a timely manner.
She stressed that there was a window of opportunity to prevent further spread, urging the general public to not worry since transmission is much slower than other viruses such as the coronavirus. WHO officials said that there was no need for mass vaccination at present, but targeted vaccination were available for close contact of people infected.
And that is all for TVS News at 5. Stay up to date with the top stories via our website at TVSTVMY and follow our social media platforms for the latest news and entertainment. I'm Handy Gui. Stay safe and have a pleasant day.